at least we can change ourselves and try and lay the first brick to the foundation. We're gonna change this world because our world is dying.
Yeah, and on that note, I think we'll have some relevant music. I've been talking about revolution for quite a bit now.
Yeah.
So this is I know someone you like, Loki, with featuring Faith SFX and revolution music.
Big up to Loki, man. Much respect. Much
for
respect.
Sure, man.
Little man never did exams, got a particular bigger plan, flipping grams when a bigger man in his gang gave him a stick to bang. Or maybe just hokers, no one thought he would kill a man till he caught a silly billy villain chilling in the jam, sipping sham, spliff in his hand, triggered in the jam. Bang, bang, biddy, bang, biddy, biddy, bang, now he's in the can. What a pity fan rappers are yapping and flapping their lips about how they're packing and clapping their sticks. Has to be big, the impact it has on the kids. Tell me where the factory is. The government killed, they're just stacking their chips. You wonder why the youth them are strapped and they're pissed. If not a nine, it's a knife getting jabbed in your ribs. People die for the petrol and gas and our whip. In London, you can get shanked in the heart, still the government put more tax in the rock. Ignorant little spitters are talking greasy, cause they bitten bits that they saw on TV. If all you rap about is the holes on the dope, it's already too late. You sold them, you sold. You jokers act like you know, but you don't, cause there's little kids dying.
They used to put my lights out on nights out, but days in spent blazing. Then tell me to navigate ways in the mazes. A white out, it's right out, amazing to think. Now let the revolutionary sing. Stand up for your rights and fight for revolution. Free your mind and so ignite the Constitution. Cause they're killing us all. They're killing us all.
Revolution is needed, the truth, I speak it. If I gave you food for thought, would you eat it? I don't really know what's silly though, cause if I promo your product in my video, then you give me gold just to act cool. But if I chat sense, it's whack fools act all backwards and blackball. Big time pricks wanna kill our music bit by bit. Take a look at the 696, is it Armageddon or the start of recession? The architects said we're far from the essence. We know the answers but aren't asking the questions. All the past lessons, we can't just forget them. Sheep MPs are like weak MCs, say they won't stop till we get free. Probably too busy playing on your PS3, wanna see the BMPEND. Just as on the net, the names ain't hidden. Wanna vacate these race hate villains, alienate these snakes and change Great Britain. Cause I love music but I hate racism. Quick to get a knife and stick it in your brother. Think you're tougher but still you're gonna suffer. Tears in the eyes of what you did to your mother. How we gonna fight back?
They used to put my lights out on nights out, but days in spent blazing. Then tell me to navigate ways in the mazes. A white out, it's right out, amazing to think. Now let the revolutionary sing. Stand up for your rights and fight for revolution. Free your mind and so ignite the Constitution. Cause they're killing us all. They're killing us all. Stand up for your rights and fight for revolution. Free your mind and so ignite the Constitution. Cause they're killing us all. They're killing us all.
And that was Low Key with Revolution music. I mean, that's been out for a while now. It's been getting massive hits on YouTube, like all his stuff does, to be honest. He's mainly on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, so check him out, Low Key. On Twitter, it's Low Key UK Music, I think. But yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the next topic that's been on the news lately. It is, of course, Gabrielle Giffords, the Arizona Congresswoman. Arizona Congresswoman who was basically attacked. I was about to say attacked there. What the hell is attacked?
She was attacked.
Yeah, she was attacked. It was an attempted assassination. Basically what happened was this 22-year-old Jared Lungro, he came into the mall where this congresswoman was holding a weekly meeting with, her representatives from the community.
Yeah.
He literally came in and opened a semi-automatic on the crowd.
Wow.
He killed 6 people, including a 9-year-old little girl.
9-year-old.
Yeah, and he got Gabrielle Gifford on the head, but she's still surviving. She's in a critical state at the minute.
Why did he want to kill her?
Basically, he hasn't really given a motive yet, but there's been a lot of analysis on news, on newspapers and stuff. Basically, what they're saying is because of the heated dialogue, rhetoric that flies around in American politics. Like you have people like Fox News and stuff literally calling for the overthrowing of the U.S. government, and anyone who voted for Obama's healthcare reforms last year. Basically to bring them down. And I know Sarah Palin's website, what she had was on her website, she had the map of America, and she had rifle crosshairs on districts where the congressperson of that district voted for the reforms, like crosshairs of rifles, so literally a target list.
A target list.
So they're thinking that basically all those rhetoric, that violent rhetoric that's been flying around, you just need one lunatic to take it literally.
I mean, like, America is full of people that... I mean, anything that happens in America now doesn't surprise me. Nothing. If you tell me Obama just got killed in Burger King, I'm like, okay, cool. It's in America. You know what I mean? Like, you have kids going into high schools with guns, killing people. At the end of the day, you're just blaming, okay, they were playing too much video games, too much violence. They're just blaming on that, But they need to find, like, real solutions to these kids. And it's all the message you're sending out. What do you expect a kid that is high all day from God knows what kind of drugs, and guns are legal.
Guns, you can in America, you can, if you have a license for arms, you can buy a gun when you're buying chewing gum.
Yeah, you have a right to bear arms. You know what I mean? So if you tell me somebody shoots somebody, you want me to be surprised?
It's a free country.
I've been to America, and if you go to the hood, there is a Foot Locker shop, then there's a liquor store, then there's a gun store. What do you expect them to do?
I mean, if it's on a plate for them, obviously they're gonna.
I mean, like, they're guns in the street. Like, you can just walk in and buy a gun. So if you have a problem with anybody, walk in, buy a gun, do your thing.
I mean, I know the Americans, they always, they say it's their right to bear arms. It's in their constitution to bear arms, It's their right in their constitution, to freedom of speech. That's why there's a lot of violent rhetoric on the politics and stuff.
But once you give people, like, that's why too much freedom is bad. And that's why even God put so much rules for us. Because once you have too much freedom, then you exploit that freedom. I mean, like, look at this now. Instead of... He has a problem with the congresswoman or whatever. And a 9-year-old girl is dead for no reason. No reason. Whatever he says can't justify that. Whatever he says. Because she has her whole life ahead of her. Not knowing maybe she can be the person to change something that he was against. But he didn't listen to that. So... I
mean, the violent rhetoric that's been going around in American politics and news shows and stuff. It's people like Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh, Fox News. Glenn Beck, on his show, he said he would like to strangle Michael Moore to death. Wow. On his show, live on air. Strangle Michael, Michael Moore, the documentary maker.
Yeah.
Strangle him to death.
How can that kind of thing be allowed to even
be put on air?
Yeah, I mean,
come on. It's so obvious that all it needs is just that one lunatic to take it.
To take it, exactly.
Literally.
I mean, you have people that are waiting for someone to say something. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people, some people that are listening to me like, yeah, sure, man, say this about her, 50 Cent, like, let's kill 50 Cent. So some people take it that extra mile.
Yeah.
If you say, okay, I feel like killing 50, he wouldn't just take it as, I feel like, he would take it like,
someone should go and kill 50.
Yeah, someone should go, and he would just take it up by himself and just go and kill 50. So people have to watch what they say when they say it. You know what I mean?
I mean, there was talking about freedom of speech and stuff. There was an article in the Guardian that said that freedom of speech should have restrictions. It should be freedom of speech, but with courtesy. You should be courteous towards your neighbor. That regardless of, you do have freedom of speech, but you should be courteous enough not to offend them.
Yeah, but there's something, okay? Like, okay, check this out, okay? You tell me there's this big piece of cake, but I can just take little by little each day. I'm going to start taking little by little, day to day. But sometimes I'm going like, you know what?
Just go
to
for the
hell
whole
with this
thing.
shit. I'm gonna take half of it, and next time I'm just gonna take the whole of it. So you can tease us and say you can have this, but you can't go all the way.
Yeah.
People are gonna go all the way regardless. So it's either we have it or not, because that's how humans work.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like the way that they're blaming rap music right now. Like rap music is talking about violence, guns, killing people, kill each other and everything. You know what I mean? But everything changes. Imagine you have a whole house full of food and you are outside hungry. Once you start getting for that food, you're going to be like, we are hungry, we want to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 days later, you're going to, we are hungry, we want to eat. 20 days later, you're going to, we are hungry, we want to eat. 1 year later, you're going to be, okay, you know, I'm going to
Just
get my
break down the
key,
door.
take a lock and go come in blasting. You're going to start shooting people to get that thing. So you shouldn't blame the society for what we do, but instead blame each other and ourselves, because you can't say the society is doing it. What are you doing to change it? If you don't have one thing, then shut up. That's the way I see it.
No, I mean, that's very true. I mean, if you need to be able to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to be able to show that you're actually walking the walk and not just talking blatantly whatever you want, just, you know, bigging yourself up for no reason when you've
Like
got no
a
credit.
lot of people tell me, yo, Jay, you have a big mouth, but like at the same time, I have a big heart, and I have everything I say I can justify. You know what I mean? But a lot of people go on talking out of their ass. A lot of people, half of the what they talk about, they can't even prove it to you. It's just a conspiracy. You know, like, yeah, I heard this, I heard that. Where did you hear it from?
Exactly.
They can't tell you.
They'll either say, oh, I read it in somewhere, I read it on the news.
I can't remember the internet, you know.
Whenever someone says their source is one single source, it's always, you know, it's
Ends
always
up like-
something that you shouldn't really take as solid fact.
And then exactly, it's just like what they say about Islam. Like, we promote violence, ignorance, or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can't just listen to one imam and take what he says about Islam. If you can't get it from somewhere, read the Quran with yourself. You know, find facts yourself, and then you can justify whatever thing you do. But just don't tell me like Imam this said that. Who is he?
Exactly. Who's he to
Who
talk?
is he to talk?
Who's he
You
to
know
talk
what I
about
mean?
Islam by himself?
By himself, and say like it's cool for me to do this. It's not cool for me to do that. You know, so
That, you know what? That's one thing that sort of annoys me about, no disrespect to anyone, but the older generation Islamic people.
yeah.
They will tell you something, and they will expect you to take it as fact.
Yeah, but you have to understand, like, there's a reason there's something that's called old school and new school.
Yeah.
You know, because even if you watch the prophets, from time to time, God sent different prophets, different books, because once time changes, the whole generation changes. You can't compare us to our grandmamas, man. What they went through is far different from what we go through. So you can't tell me right now that you're not allowed to wear this, you're not allowed to wear that. Back then, they didn't have that. Back then, there was no internet, there was no phone, there's no everything. And an imam will tell you, like, it's not good to use camera because you can take a girl nude. The internet is not good. People learn bad things from the internet. But everything in life has two sides. You can use the internet to watch porn or whatever, music, but you can use the internet to spread Islamic things. You know, you can use the internet to check out a lot of good things. So you can't tell me it's on one flip side, not checking the other one. And that's what older people tell us. There's this side, don't check the other side.
Yeah.
Don't check it. Just stay on that other side. You know, I can't do that. I'm a youth.
You need to get the full picture so you can make your own decisions.
Exactly.
But all the while taking on board what someone else's advice they've given you, but you still need to, you know, check everything out.
That's why a lot of people lose it, because they listen to one person, try to stick to his mentality instead of getting it from the right source and sinking it and using it in their own way so that it will fit their lives. Okay, there's so many things I want to say, but I can't say it right now because it's gonna offend a lot of people. So
Nah, go for it, man. It's fine. Definitely, it's fine. I mean, people do need to, when you are telling someone, when you are giving someone a piece of advice, you need to relate it to them.
exactly.
You can't say, because okay, I'm gonna tell you not to do this because I've experienced this. Obviously, if you've experienced, the person you're giving the advice to is not gonna have any idea what you're talking about.
Like, okay, like in Islam right now, there are people like Shiite, there are people that different kind of Muslims. You know, they pray this way, pray that way. But
Yeah.
where did Islam come from? One source. Where? The Quran. Quran, the word of God. Where did they get the differences from there? How is it different?
The thing, and this is related, but it's